A lot of animals in our world are in danger. There are lots of species of endangered animals. Many scientists are fighting to help save endangered animals all over the world. The African elephant, the giant panda, the black rhino are just some of these animals. Today we want to introduce you some bright representatives.
The Zoological Society of London is fighting to help save endangered animals. You can help too by setting up a society fighting to help save endangered animals in Russia. There are really a lot of animals in our country that need our help.
Watch our film and think what we can do to protect nature. This sea animal lives only around the Commander Islands between Alaska and Russia. Sea cow.
Sea cow is an extinct mammal discovered by Europeans in the 18th century. It lived only around the Commander Islands in the Bering Sea between Alaska and Russia. It can be described as a massive mammal, around 7-8 meters in length and more than 5 tons of weight. Because of hunting of people, the cow has totally died out by 1768. The cow had physical inactivity way of life. It inhabited mostly next to the sea coast. Now it's known that it couldn't dive. Behavior of that mammal can be characterized as slow and having absolute absence of fear of people, which led to it total disappearing. The cow was a monogamous and social animal living in small groups. The cow used to eat marine crops. What a pity that we couldn't save them.
A large animal which looks like a bear with black and white fur. He lives in the bamboo forests of China. Giant panda.
Giant panda. Giant pandas are black and white bears. In the wild, they live in thick bamboo forests in mountains in China. Pandas are big eaters. They can eat up to 12 kilograms of bamboo per day. They can grow up to 1.5 meters and weigh more, 135 kilograms. They live around 30 years. Baby pandas are born pink and measure about 15 centimeters. Sadly, these beautiful bears are endangered, and there are only 1,000 remain in the world. That's why we need to do all we can to protect them.
Pandas are very good climbers and they can move quickly and silently. Pandas eat bamboo leaves, shoots, grass, fruit, berries and even small mammals, birds and fish. Pandas live alone. They come together when it's time to marry. Their cubs are hairless, blind and weigh only 100 grams. Cubs depend on their mothers for 18 months. Pandas depend on their food, bamboo, but people cut down bamboo forests and pandas have nothing to eat. Nowadays, people create national parks. There are a lot of small protected zones for pandas in China. In 2020, the Giant Panda National Park will link all small zones in big area of 27,000 square kilometers.
It lives in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean, the Atlantic white-sided dolphin.
The Atlantic white-sided dolphin lives exclusively in the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean. It occurs off the coast of Newfoundland and Cape Cod, as well as in the region between the United Kingdom, Iceland, Greenland and Norway. Its populations also live in the North Sea. Today, the number of this species is estimated as 200,000 individuals. This species is somewhat larger than most other dolphin species. Its weight is 200 kilograms. The Atlantic white-skinned dolphin was previously hunted throughout its distribution. Today, these animals are hunted only by poachers, near the Faroe Islands.
A large parrot who can't fly, he lives only on the ground. Kakapo.
The kakapo or the owl parrot is the night bird which can't fly. It is one of the most ancient species of birds. The kakapo lives only in New Zealand. Its color is yellow and green with black dots. It heights over 60 centimeters. It weighs up to 4 kilos. These birds eat leaves, seeds, grass and berries. This bird has also some specific smell of flowers and honey. The kakapo has a very big gray beak. Its feet are very big, but its tail and wings are very small. The kakapo can climb the trees. Then it jumps from the tree using its wings as a parachute. It's very sad that there are few kakapos in wild nature. Some small predators kill them. We must save the birds like kakapos, which are in the Red Book for future generations.
He is famous for his habit of washing his food in water. Raccoon.
Raccoons are lovely animals. They're also very smart. There are different kinds of raccoons. For example, raccoon slaughter, raccoons miner, raccoons conversation, and others. Raccoons are very fond of stealing. They steal food. The most interesting kinds of raccoons is raccoon slaughter. Why? Because after they steal food, they go to the water to rinse it. There is one funny story about the life of one raccoon. The raccoon stole a piece of sugar from people and go to the water to rinse it. He rinsed and suddenly he realized that his paws had nothing. Where did the food disappear? The raccoon was very upset. It looks funny. The raccoons are beautiful, amusing and interesting animals.
This is an enormous parrot which lives in Brazil, blue-bellied parrot.
Blue-bellied parrots are disappearing. They inhabit humid forests in Brazil. They eat seeds, fruits, nectar. Body length is about 28 centimeters. They weigh about 150 grams. These parrots tend to protect their territory. They nest at a distance of 2 kilometers from each other. Overall color of the plumage is green. The belly is blue, but only in males. The species is very rare. It is protected by law.
This small wolf has very beautiful red fur. For this reason, he suffered a lot. Red wolf.
Being a predator, the red wolf mostly eats animal food. It can eat lizards, small rodents, antelopes and deer. This predator hunts in the afternoon and in search of food helps them sharp sense of smell. Red wolves, waiting to smell their prey, jump up and draw air. In addition to meat, red wolf uses as food plant-based diet. According to scientists, there are no more than 2,000 or 3,000 in the world of such unusual and rare creatures. In Russia, these predators are almost all extinct. In the wild, they live up to 5 years. But in captivity, where dangers are much less, it can live up to 15 years. It looks like a fox. Because of this fact, it has suffered a lot. Basically, the mountain wolf has attracted people with its beautiful fluffy fur, bright red color, and distinctive twist. The tip of the tail, which, unlike a fox, has black color. This wonderful animal lives in the Far East, in China, and in Mongolia.
A tropical fish that has a shell enclosing its body, boxfish.
It inhabits the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. The length of its body is usually 45 centimeters. Young individuals have a bright yellow with black spots. Adults have a bluish color with remnants of the yellow color. The main food is algae, sponges, mollusks, benthic worms and small fish. There is one interesting fact about boxfish. Its body shape is cube. That is why the appearance of this fish is so unusual and strange.
This large lemur leaps from tree to tree. Sifaka.
Sifakas are a type of lemurs. Like all lemurs, they live only on the island of Madagascar. All species of sifakas are critically endangered. Sifakas are medium-sized animals. The length of their body is from 40 to 55 centimeters. Their weight is about 5 kilograms. Their tail is as long as their body. Their fur is long and silky. Its color varies from yellowish-white to black-brown. Their faces are hairless and always black. Sifakas live on trees. They are skillful climbers and powerful jumpers. Sifakas are vegetarians. They eat leaves, grass and fruits. They spend a good part of the day sunbathing on the branches of trees. Sifakas have only one offspring. They live about 20 years. People love sifakas very much. They even believe that sifakas are sacred animals. Though there is enough food in the forest, sifakas sometimes come to people and get some tasty food. But people cut down forests, which are home for sifakas. That is why sifakas are endangered. If they don't have place to live, they will disappear from our planet.
Sometimes people call it cat bear, but it's not a cat, not a bear. This is a small panda with thick reddish-brown fur and bushy tail, red panda.
A red panda is from the family of predators, but they eat vegetation. Her torso is long, her tail is fluffy, and the head is broad. A red panda keeps a night way of life. During the day it sleeps in a hard tree. It eats leaves, berries and mushrooms. We must save the red panda as it is disappearing from the earth. It is so nice and kind.
This is a very strange animal. It looks like a rat, but it's not a rat. It looks like a monkey, but it's not a monkey. Ai Dubentonia madagascariensis.
There are a lot of disappearing animals on the earth. They live in different countries. Ai is one of them. Ai is a small animal. Ai haven't got palms. They've got long nails on their small paws. Ai usually got black skin, big yellow eyes and big ears. Ai live on Madagascar. They live on the trees in their nests. At daytime they usually sleep, but at night they hunt insects. They do it like woodpecker. All local people called it Ai because long time ago it was their enemy at hand. And all local people thought that when Ai shows on the people with its finger, this person will die soon. Ai are endangered. They are disappearing. They are very nice to look at. They help forests, and people must take care of them.
It is really very important to save endangered animals. Many scientists are trying to solve this problem. They try to get closer to them and protect from harmful human activities. That is why people organize wild animals parks, where scientists watch the animals. The animals have more space for living there, and the conditions are much better than in zoos or in the wild. These parks are open for visitors. You can go there in cars or park buses. There are 3 important rules for visitors to remember. The first, they must drive slowly. The second, they must never open the car window. The third, they must never get out of the car in places where monkeys, tigers, lions, zebras, giraffes and other wild animals live free.
But every living thing has the right to live. Not only endangered animals have this right. That is why we ask you to help those who really need it. Our school helps animals which were homeless, and now they are living in the shelter. Once each of them was betrayed. They became homeless, but they are not guilty. Let's help them. Nobody will help them, just you and we.
You have a brilliant opportunity to get a devoted friend taking a dog or a cat from the shelter. Make the living thing happy and you'll be happier too.
Take a dog from the shelter and one living thing will be happy.